This is for the CIEV.
Yeah, good evening, madam. Rashmi, madam, good evening.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, sir.
Can we start, madam? आरंभ करिपरिबा एबे?
हाँ सर, एक्चुअली मैं एथर होस्ट एडमिन अछि तो आपण
अच्छा।
स्टार्ट करिन सर आगे आ प्रीवियस क्लास रे सर जाई छी आपण स्टार्ट कर सर।
ओके ओके। Yeah, good evening.
Good
dear
evening,
students.
sir.
Is it visible
evening, sir.
to all of you? Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, good evening,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Good evening. So the slides are visible to you, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. So today would be our third class, and we'll discuss multinational enterprise and the national institution. So as per the syllabus, these are the things we'd like to discuss in details. So we'll be focusing more on the context of how different entrepreneurs working cross-border, and the concept of holding company, subsidiary company also would like to focus. And this unit, this model would be basically based on the concept of MNC, multinational company, or we call MNE, multinational entrepreneurs. So let's go to the concept of this multinational enterprises. I would like to go for this. Okay, multinational enterprises. So friends, as we all know that MNCs, we are very familiar with this word. Multinational companies, all those things, we are very familiar so far as IT people mostly working in different MNCs and headquartered there in US, Canada, Belgium, or European countries and all. Japan, Singapore, and they are working in India office in different verticals. maybe the holding company or the head office or the headquarters may be situated in one country, but the branches are working in other parts. So we are very familiar with this word MNC, multinational companies. We are not familiar with the word we call MNE, although it is almost the corporations and as the enterprises, we interchangeably use this word. So I hope all of you know. Would you like to say some of you that what is this multinational company? Do you know any company to whom we consider the multinational company?
Sir, Infosys, TCS are Indian multinationals having
Okay.
offices and outside India also.
Wonderful. Anybody else would like to speak any other example? Or countries, cross-border countries, they're working in India, that kind of example.
Like Google and
Google.
Microsoft.
Yeah, wonderful, excellent.
Sir,
We are
only
very-
thing is what is the difference between a transactional company and global company and multinational company?
I'll go in detail. Just we started the introduction. I'll go in the details of that, sir. No issue.
No, my point is that you are teaching only multinational. That's
No.
what there is a global and transactional company also.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
want to understand actually what is the basic difference between that.
Okay, fine. So, transactional company, what do you mean, sir? How do you say about this?
Transactional company means they operate in all places. Huh?
Okay, so the word speaks about the transaction, is not it? So the focus will be on buying and selling a product as well as the services also globally, right? The transactions are going to be incurred in the international level, giving priority to the volume, efficiency, and effectiveness of working. So like the Amazon, the retail chains, they're working in different countries, and where we have different revenue generation model. Many e-commerce company where we would can take the example of the Flipkarts, our payment gateways like Paytm, Razorpay. So this what we would like to. So far, if you take the example of Indian context, our best is the UPI, right? So digital payments are the booming. So as the name suggests, as you say rightly said, transactional. Okay, and these transactions are going to be incurred multinational, global. Right, sir?
Sir.
Or anybody
But
else?
in multinational company, like you told, the head office will be in the home country, and in the host countries, the operation will be there.
Yes.
Then like that, what is the concept of global and transactional company?
Sir, I'm coming to the point. Just I started. I have not discussed anything about headquarters, branches, subsidiaries. I'll go through that. No, sir. I'll discuss that point. As you asked the transactional companies, we'd like to see the transactions, the volumes and other things we used to take in consideration. Give me 5 minutes of time to go to this introduction of this concept, multinational enterprise. Right, sir? No issue.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Yeah. So, Ajay said this multinational companies also be called multinational corporations, and we are very familiar to the word we call MNCs or MNE. So, is a concept, the business model that has its headquarter in one country, but operates in several other countries through subsidiaries, branches, or joint ventures, right? So headquartered in one place and working in different model with different verticals. And one is the subsidiaries companies. What is the subsidiaries? Can anybody participate? What is subsidiaries company, sir?
Suppose some company will purchase more than 50% share, in some other company and having holding on it, then that is a subsidiary of this.
Okay. So technically called, it is a business entity that is owned or controlled by another company, right? As per the Companies Act 2013, we say holding companies and subsidiary companies. And the holding company is mostly the headquarters in one country, and other subsidiary companies are the business entity that is owned and controlled by another company. For example, Meta, we are very familiar with this ChatGPT, Meta and Gemini and all. So this Meta Platform Incorporation, they are having two subsidiaries. One is your Instagram, another is the WhatsApp, which is we are very familiar, sir. We are using almost on the regular basis. Another example, we can discuss this Amazon Inc., where we would like to see the subsidiaries like the Whole Food Markets, your Jappos, Audible, and all. These are the subsidiaries. If you take the example of the Tata Groups, we know the multiple subsidiaries are like your Tata Motors, Tata Consultant Services, and all. Reliance also, they are having different retail Zio platforms, and as we know, this Microsoft corporations also, they are having two subsidiaries company like LinkedIn or GitHub. Why I said these examples with an objective that we are familiar with these companies and almost every day we are using, and these are what we consider as the subsidiaries companies. So objective is business entity that is owned and controlled by the another company, that is what technically we call the holding company. And this concept we speak that it has headquarters in one place, but operations in several other through either subsidiaries, in the model of subsidiaries, or operating through the branches or joint ventures, right? So subsidiaries we understood. Then another concept we say it is a joint ventures. Can anybody help me to find out what is this joint venture?
A company created by two other companies.
Okay, yes.
Two or more other companies.
Two or more other companies. So mostly we called, there's a collaboration kind of thing to undertake a specific business or a business activities. Maybe we'd like to share the resources, the risk return analysis, the portfolios, and all we consider. I'd like to take some examples like, which is we are very familiar with the Starbucks, right? It is a Washington, US-based company. We take coffees and all, as well as the Tata Group. And they form a joint venture that is called Tata Starbucks, right? Tata Starbucks. We call
मामा का नाम बोल लिया जाए, मामा क्या बोलेंगे?
Sorry, sir, you were saying something to me.
Please all mute your mic. Someone is making noise.
Okay, thank you, sir. So this is what one example I said. Another example we are familiar. That the examples which I am saying, we are very familiar. That was Hero Group as well as Honda, right? And they formed the Hero Honda. Now they are separated. It was a joint venture arrangement. Now they are separated. Both of them, they are doing in separate business. Another example, say we can say the Varati Enterprises and Walmart. Varati Enterprises and Walmart, we consider it is a Varati Walmart, right? So these are the certain arrangement is being done with an objective how these MNCs are going to be operated. So there is one Kargil, India. I hope many of you must be knowing there in the Paradeep. They are also working in different multinational model. Their existence in different multinational model, and to maintain a unique, business model, as you said rightly, the transactions analysis. There is a concept we call ZAAP, generally accepted accounting principle. How these transactions are going to be incurred. So this Indian accounting standard, what we called Ind AS, a lot of changes it has come in 2013. Ind AS, as well as, is it the same with the UK accounting standard? Is it same with the US and other countries? So to maintain or to develop this fundamental principle, unique principle, they follow. There is a concept we call FASB, Financial Accounting Standard Board. They developed and maintained a concept that is what we call ZAAP, is a US model, generally accepted accounting principle. That means if you have an office here in the US and branches or your establishment there in the worldwide, then how effectively you are going to maintain the accounting standard. Sir, one personal information I'd like to tell you, that if you wanted to go to the UK or the US as a chartered accountant of India, you have to appear one more test there. That is, you have to appear a test. Then only they will recognize your certificate as an accountant for this worldwide operations. So this transaction, how it is being maintained, recorded. So that system it has developed. That's what we call ZAP, or generally accepted accounting principles. Right, sir? So this is one concept what we consider here, that headquarter is one place or one country, but operations are in different places or several other. What is the model? Either subsidiaries, branches, or the joint ventures. Once we go for this, then the global standard, the foreign exchange standard, many other things will come. Your the accounting principle, treatment, all these things will come lateral stage, how you are going to operate. That is what we go for operational stage, when all those points will come. Okay. Now, I would like to take few examples of this MNCs. You have already rightly said, the global giant like Apple, this Toyota, this Nestle, and Unilever. So are the MNCs or MNEs, and they manufacture, market, and sell products in the different dozens of the country, varieties of the country. So we are very familiar with Unilever. It's a British MNCs, United Kingdom MNCs. Toyota is also Japan MNCs. Apple, though, we know, right? It's a Steve Jobs. Everybody knows the California or US based company. Nestle also we know, is Switzerland. It's 1866 made company. So in the name of the Nestle, Harry Nestle, it was established. So these are the companies, they run in the model of multinational companies. Objective, they manufacture, market, and sell the products in different countries. I was going through 2 days back with the Economics Times. It has come a what is that? Quarter two balance sheet. It has come up, right? You must have observed that in Economics Times, quarter two balance sheets are coming. I was going through the Bata India, right, sir? In the balance sheet, you see two patterns are there. One is standalone and another is a consolidated. Standalone and the consolidated. So it is also a multinational company. Now they form in India when they are operating, that is called Bata India Limited. Okay. So, do you know, sir, what is standalone and what is consolidated balance sheet? Or should I speak 2 lines on this? From that format, if anybody knows, also you can participate.
Consolidated means the financial statements of all the subsidiaries,
Exactly.
including the
Wonderful.
subsidiaries or
Yes.
joint ventures,
Yes.
along
Yes.
with the primary company.
Yes. Thank you
Standalone
very
means
much, sir.
the result of the standalone, the primary company only.
Great.
Doesn't include any subsidiary or joint ventures financial statement.
Wonderful, sir. Very nice. Very nice. So from that structure, we can do a research. Oh, how many subsidiaries, joint ventures, or companies are there in this consolidated? Standalone means that same company, the holding company, the main company. So sometimes we used to observe when we invest in the particular stocks, sometimes we see the standalone balance sheet is favorable, but the consolidated balance sheet is not favorable. And vice versa also it happens. We need to be very careful, study and all those things. Then we'd like to go in details of the intrinsic value, PE ratio, and other factors we used to study, EPS and all, reserve capital and share capital, all those in debt capital. We try to study what is the fundamental principle of this from the standalone and the consolidated. One figure, you will get all the information that what is the status of these MNC companies. Right, sir? This is what one example I'd like to cite the global giants. Second, I would like to say our Indian company. Now, 2 important groups that are working in India. After a long time, we see Adani and Ambani, right? Adani Group has a presence in at least 6 countries. There are now expanded many other countries outside India, including Australia, Singapore, UAE, Mauritius, Switzerland, and Bangladesh. Adani in Bangladesh now is a certain tussles are going on so far as this power projects and all this way because of the disturbances with Bangladesh and all. I'd like to take the Ambani Group. We know the Reliance Industries Limited. It has a global footprints in all over 100 countries, and this includes operations, partnership, and supply chain across Asia, Europe, Africa, and the Americas. So this is what basically we understood the concept of multinational enterprises, and we call multinational companies. What? Headquartered in one places, operations in several other places, in the context of subsidiary, branches, or joint venture companies. Let's look at the few key characteristics of the MNCs. One, the global presence. Of course, when we talk about M&E or MNCs, operation in multinational companies, often with the production, research and development, and marketing spread across the continents. Okay, so one is the global presence. We always try to look at those things. Then comes the centralized control. Centralized controls, it speaks about the strategic decisions are typically made at the headquarters. While the local
needs supply chain or industry. Features of integration.
Please,
market share. Number 2. Streamlining operations. Number 3.
Dear all, please mute.
Please,
Hello.
Control over the value chain. Number 6. Synergy. Number 5. Achieving
Samsung SM S711B.
okay, thank you. Next comes second characteristics is your centralized control. Yes, as we have already discussed, everything rooted to the headquarters and the strategic decision. You know that the structure is a pyramidal things. The top level, middle level, and the first line or supervisor levels. So at the top level, the headquarters generally decides the strategic formulations. And generally, it will be carried out across the country or the globe what are the decisions are coming the headquarters, while the local branches and any other countries adapt to regional markets. Third characterism is large scale. So they employ thousands or even millions of globally. For example, we can take United States of America. This MNE employs over 43 million workers. They are working in worldwide. That means the scale of working people in different parties is in the millions. As we know, Indians they are working in abroad in the IT services. We have seen
अरे
that.
मीनू क्या कर रहे हो?
Yes, sir.
कब से चाय बोल रहा हूँ, खत्म क्लास खत्म हो गया।
Yes, sir. मेरे को भी चाहिए।
अरे अभी क्लास में बैठा हूँ।
ठीक है, okay. Okay. So this is one third characteristic is the larger scale where we need to generate employment. The recent crisis, what we understood in the US, the impositions, the tariff and all is one part, is how to make them strengthening so far as to overcome the unemployment crisis in the country. Third is the cross-border investment, right? So they engage in the FDIs, foreign direct investments, and acquire assets and establishing operations abroad.
Sir,
Yes, sir.
sir, you are the host. You can mute him.
Acha. So, but I am there with the PPT. How many people have? Sir, help me. Somebody please mute yours. Okay. So. Yeah. I have to go back again and
Sir, there are two persons. You can mute them.
okay. I think it's okay. Samsung is somebody is here. Okay, I'll do mute here. Yeah, I got one. Okay, done.
Another one is there, sir. Purak
Another is
Sundar
there.
Rai. Purak Sundar Rai.
Where is Mr. Rai? This flow should continue, but breaking of the flow. Anyway, that's fine. No more noise are coming. I think, Mr. Rai, can you hear me?
Sir, we should go. Let.
Yeah. So this, I'm in a very flow. The flow should continue,
Yes, sir.
because
Yes, sir.
difficulties is we don't meet, we don't see each other. We don't know what would be the behavioral pattern of our, this understanding.
Yes,
I teach also. There is a subject called behavioral finance, right? So I always try to look at what is the behavioral pattern of the individuals, they behave and act or react to the stock market, as well as in the class also. Anyway, no issue, sir. So we'll go on. So one is the global presence, centralized control in the headquarters. There is a large scale millions of global people engaged for different activities. And the most important important point is the cross-border investment. That is what we call engagement in foreign direct investment. That is what acquiring the assets or establishing operations abroad. So we know we had a lot of issues of the FIAs and FDIs. So this FDI trend and the growth, if you look at in the FY 24-25, there is a $81.04 billion dollars. That means 14% from the previous year from United States, Singapore, Mauritius, and Netherlands, Japan, UK, and UAE. Right. So India investing as FDI this is one aspect. India is getting the investment 81.04 billions, right? And there is an increase of 14% in the last year, previous year. And these are the countries where we are doing the transactions. US, Singapore, Mauritius, Netherlands, Japan, UK, UAE, many other there, so just restricted to this point. India also investing as a FDI. Yes. From India side, this is reaching around $29.2 billion for the FY financial year 2025. And there is an increase of $16.7 billion so far as 2024 is concerned. And mostly sectors like information technology, pharmaceutical, manufacturing sectors, technology, financial services. So India is also doing investment in the cross-border investments. We are doing. So one is global presence, centralized control, large scale of the generation, the employment, and there is a FDI or cross-border investment. These are the eight characteristics. Let's look at the roles and importance of this MNCs, or you can say multinational investment also we can say. First is the economic growth. They contribute to the GDP, creates job, and bring capital to the host countries. That is one, the economies of the scale is going to be increased. That is what we always try to see. Another important point also I am supposed to mention here, that is we generate good reserve and surplus. That is what badly needed. When I'll discuss the balance of payment, I'll go in details of that. The reserve or surplus, so far as currencies, foreign exchange, mostly US dollar, is very important to strengthen the economic condition of the country. Because at the time when you are importing, as I was talking to you in the first class, that we import mostly the crude oil and defense equipment where we have to keep reserve and surplus of our foreign exchange. That's very important for us. Second is importance and the role is this technology transfer. So they introduce advanced technology and management practices to developing economies. I'd like to cite one example here. There is one company in Bhubaneswar that was called Alpha Transformer Limited. They were manufacturing transfer since last 2-3 decades, pioneer in this industry. They have gone for a subsidiary company, that's what we call Galaxy Medicare Limited. You won't believe the technology what they had adopted, almost all are the Smith Nephews technology of the foreign, and they wanted to compete not only in the national market but also in the international market. So that is also equally very important to upgrade the technology, because we cannot run and compete with obsolete and outdated technology to compete in the international market. A few years back, we know there is a good investment in RSP, Road Plus Steel Plant. They have done a lot of changes. They adopted the advanced technology. They brought the technology from abroad. Why? To minimize the cost as well as to produce more volume of the product so that we can compete in the international market. 2. 3, global trade, the transactions, right? The MNEs dominate international trade, accounting for large share of export and imports. I'll go for this export and import while I'll go discuss in the balance of payment. Then there comes cultural exchanges, right? So cultural exchanges, this is what we call the mutual sharing of values, practices, language, prospective among employees and the stakeholders from different countries. I'd been to Fortune Tower to meet the HR head, Dr. Mohapatra of POSCO, when POSCO was operating there in Fortune Tower. So I asked the question, sir, how you manage, how you transact with this all people of the POSCO, because language must be a barrier. They said absolutely no issue. they are fine with very comfortable so far as transaction, because technical transactions and all these things are going concept. So I hope you must be knowing about the POSCO. Anybody, please, must be reading from the newspaper.
We just heard about
Anyway.
POSCO when he comes to Kalinganagar.
Kalinganagar, right. Unfortunately, it was not able to happen in Odisha. Anyway, so branding, marketing, and that influence the consumer behavior and the cultural trend. This happens in the worldwide. Let's go for the national institutions, right? So there is one more part in the syllabus that it speaks about multinational enterprise and the national institutions. The objective of understanding that how our national institution, they support for the development of the industrial sector of our country. So these are premier institutions. It was established by with the special act of parliament and received special recognitions and funding. IITs, there are around 23 across India, national institutions. National NIT, around 31 NITs are there. One student, the two students of NIT, I hope I was going through the Shark Tank. They develop a device which they would like to dictate the pillars or the bridges which is established there in the sea or very deep seas, and that they can determine what would be the conditions, what repairing and all these things they can go for. So a lot of research activities are going on with these premier institutes. AIMS, you know, All India Institute of Medical Science, around 20 plus are in operational. And IIMS, Indian Institute of Management, fortunately we are here with the Sambalpur is one more in Orissa. IISER, Indian Institute of Science, Education and Research, there are 7 numbers. And National Institute of Designs. These are few national institutions. It was established with a special act of parliament to support the research and development and for uplifting the economic growth of the country.
Niger is there also.
Niger is also there. Yes, Niger is also there. Here in Bhubaneswar, yes, Niger is there. So another part is the research and the science. There are many. I thought not to take much things which you know more. You can go for that. Research and scientific institutes like they funded by various government departments like DST, DBT, CSI, and DIE. Council of Scientific and Industrial Research, CSR Labs. Indian Council of ICMR, Indian Council of Medical Research. What we have a office here, RMRC, Regional Medical Research Center, Chandrasekharpur. We are having an office in Bhubaneswar, in Odisha. Indian Space Research Centers, Bhabha Atomic Research Center, BARC. They are having a unit in Utkal University also. They are supporting for the research development. They have a BARC Center in Utkal University. In collaboration with the UGC, they are doing funding for the research activities. So my objective of showing these institutions is that this National Institute also support for the entrepreneurial development of the country. Then Tata Institute of Fundamental Research. There are many. I thought not to go in details of that one. This is what the National Institute the support for the research development of the country. Now let's look at this MNE, Multinational Entrepreneurs or MNCs, as well as the National Institute. The concept is, if you look at, it is a company that operates in multiple countries, and an organization established by national government is the National Institutes. Ownership rights, privately or publicly owned. Here it is purely publicly owned and funded by the government. The primary objective or primary goal, profit is generation and existence in the global market expansion. It is public services, education, research, and the governance. Examples we have already discussed, and scope of operation mostly in the international and multiple countries. And here it is a national within one country. Every country, they have their own, understanding of their own organizations. Like ISROs and all, they have, every country, they maintain their own things. And in India, we follow this RBI, Reserve Bank of India, as a central bank, and the Federal Reserve in US, like this. Every country, they used to maintain their own structure. Then funding source for MNCs, it's private investors as shareholders, and here it is government bodies and the public funds. A regulatory framework subject to the international and local business. So I'd been to one meeting, the Foreign Exchange Regulation Act. There was a discussion by World Trade Organizations here in the Bhubaneswar. So there are quite a good number of people are there to support. Any question, Devasi sir?
Ji sir,
Yeah,
one
yeah.
doubt.
Yeah.
What is the reason to compare, to sustainable compare with MNE and National Institute?
Okay.
We may compare with a single,
Yes.
company.
Okay. So this comparison objective is how these MNCs are working and what is the role of the national institutes. It's not that great comparison, just to know what are the things are going on national level as well as the international level. For example,
National level, one private company, like only one unit is there. We can get a broader idea.
Okay. No, National Institute, what we had discussed, it's mostly of government funding and government public sector undertaking kind of things, right? In Indian context, and how India is running with this context is there with every country also independently. This is individual and this is multi. That is what the feature is defined to understand the difference between the multinational as well as the national level, right? And how these institutions, they support for the development of these organizations. There's nothing, that's not a big discussion here. I thought to go for analysis how these things are compare as the things are there, how they focus. Like suppose if you look at the focus areas or accountability, business sectors like energy, tech, retail, and finance. If you look at the same focus area here, almost education, health, research, policy, that's just to explain how the multinational entrepreneurs are working and how the national institutes are supporting to this multinational companies. Right, sir?
Okay, sir.
Now let's look at one more thing. That's what we call the foreign sector of the developing economies. This is what we are discussing with one point of our syllabus: multinational enterprise and national institute. That's only one point we are discussing, right? The second part would be the foreign sector of the developing economy. What is this? Let us look at first. The foreign sector in developing economies plays a very vital role in driving economic growth, technology transfer, and integration into global market. Okay. Driving economic growth, technology transfer, and integration into the global market. It includes the trade, foreign direct investment, and remittance and external aid. Let's look at what is this sector speaks about. It refers to all economic transactions between a country and the rest of the world. Between the country and the rest of the world. So transactional analysis. In developing economies, this includes one, export and import. So that in India also we follow EXIM policy, export-import policy, that speaks about the trade in goods and services. EXIM policy is a vast thing. Second is the FDI, investment by multinational companies. We are discussing foreign sectors, how it is operated. So it refers to the economic transaction between the countries and the rest of the world. Export and import, FDIs, and remittance, like money sent from the citizens working abroad, right? So we are getting the NRI fundings and all those things are coming to us. So that is what we call the remittances. Then foreign aid and loans. That's what we call assistance from international organization or the government sectors. So foreign aids are coming through the NGOs for the upliftment of the weaker section. Many other areas they are also investing money for the so far as the foreign aid policy is concerned. And there is a separate regulation it has come up. There are some changes it has come up in the Companies Act also. That what should be the modalities, how it will be regulated, how the NGOs are going to be work with the foreign aids, and all those things it has come up. That speaks about the foreign sector. I repeat once again, it refers to all economic transactions between a country and the rest of the world. And this include export and import, FDIs, remittance, and foreign aid and the loans. Importance in developing economics. So let's look at how it will helpful for us. One is the economic growth. This FDI brings capital, infrastructure, and job creation. When we establish a factory, so far as investment is concerned, we look at more number of ancillaries units are established. Government generates taxes in the form of, you can say, GST, CGST, and SGST. Then the transportation, rail, all those facilities automatically will come in the area of infrastructural development. And ultimately, we see that more number of job creations are going to be happening if the FDIs are going to be established, as well as the foreign exchange reserve also will come into the country. So that is a part of our economic growth and development. This export lead to growth boost GDP and foreign exchange reserves. Second is the technology transfer. These foreign firms introduce advanced technology and management practices. So the Boston Consulting Group, they come up and see how effectively the firms should work with their expertise knowledge. E&Y, many other global players also, they are providing consulting and other supports as their participation for the as a part of the management practices. We know the venture capitalist, when we are taking funds from the venture capitalists, they also participate in the management. They guide, they support not only the financial but also the technological as well as management know-how, other things they wish to provide, so that they can the industry or the company can survive with their expertise knowledge. That is not.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, sir.
What is venture capital?
Venture capitals like your Alibaba, SoftBank, they provide supporting for the industrial development. Like in India, sir, you must be observing this Shark Tank. If you are watching Shark Tank, like Lenskart, Oyo, these people are coming. The small incubation centers, the startups, they are coming for financial support as well as managerial support. Do you watch this Shark Tank?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, the same arrangement. The venture capitalist or the angel investors, they provide financial as well as managerial support to mostly to the startup companies as well as the incubation centers. Because I'll tell you why. Because coming to public, when we start the industry, we need capital. Bank will not give that adequate because they would like to ask for collateral securities and many other documents. On that basis, they would like to give the loan. But that's not sufficient. So we have to go to the public. But going to public is a very tedious affair. It's not possible that today you open one organization, tomorrow you go to the public. That's not possible because SEBI guidelines speak so many things. And again, if at all you go to the public, if you don't maintain that credential and goodwill in the market, who is going to buy your shares? Just this Lenskart people, they have come with the big public issue. They have the credential. You understood? They have the credential. But uses the LIC when they entered to the market with IPO, and when it was opened at the first day, it was a discounted price. Being a very powerful, you look at the Paytm. So they in international market, there are many players, many venture capitalists. They only not only give the funding support, but also managerial support. They also working as a partner, as a shareholder of the company, and they also take care of the supporting of the organization. Is it clear, sir? Is it clear, sir?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. So this foreign firms introduced advanced technology and the management practices. I was going through an article now. This CSR activities, which is being followed by the organization, compulsory for all companies. So there is a social audit. You will be happy to know. I hope you must be knowing that E&Y and two other.
Yes, sir. Essay.
Yes, the social audits are going on. So from that also you can judge what is the status of the company. Anyway, second point is helps local industries become more competitive. Okay. Yes, definitely, because challenges will come to the local company. The fundamental principle has to be followed. The cost price, how to minimize the cost price, how to capture the market, how to sustain the product in the mind of the consumer. All those things it will come to so far as the developing economies is concerned. Third is the most important, rather we can say, the employment generation. So these multinational enterprises create direct and indirect jobs. Yeah, that's what we know. And export industries often employ large segment of the populations. This is third, important in developing economies. Then comes the BOP, balance of payment. The remittance and FDIs, it helps stabilize current account details. In BOP, we maintain the same export and import that we used to maintain one accounting policy, the same debit and credit fundamental principle. I'll go in details of the BOP, not today. We'll discuss. Then foreign exchange earning, it will reduce the reliance on external borrowings. Next comes the infrastructural development. This foreign investment often fund for the roads, ports, energy, telecom, and many other projects. For their benefit, automatically it will be beneficial for the country where they are operating. So these are the importance in developing economies. Next class we will discuss the multinational management. Or if you have patience, I'll go for this.
Sir, we can continue for next 15 minutes.
Another 15 minutes. Okay, fine. So I'm happy that you are saying to continue. General people say, no, let's wind up to go for this. You are enjoying, sir, all of you? I don't know.
Yes, sir, we are
Yeah,
enjoying.
yeah.
As well as we are only getting free time. This is our free time, sir.
Yes.
We don't
So,
want to lose this opportunity.
right. So to teach this paper, sir, you need to be deeper into the core area of foreign exchange generation. It's not that easy to take this paper. Is it a compulsory paper for all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, it is compulsory.
It's a compulsory paper for you anyway. So everybody should know at least, because why this has come to the picture now, because of the Donald Trump. Every bit of his tape is an information for research. H-1B visa is a good information for us. 1 lakh. That means what would be the cost to the companies to retain his manpower in US? It's coming around 88 or 87 lakhs, which is not possible to retain the manpower in US. My friends has come back, sir, from US. They are working in Bhubaneswar, right? Some of them, they are again posted to Canada because that is the safest place. And many of the people, I hope, must be knowing that come back to India, reported to the local office, but they will be working for a US company because the clients are there in US. So a lot of things are going on. So this is a very good thing. And I say it's good that the increase the tariff, because government of India has reduced the GST after a long time. I'm still waiting when they will reduce the GST in the petrochemicals and other areas. Anyway,
Actually, can you tell about the balance of payment, sir?
Sir, I'll take a class. You have a module, sir. Balance of payment is the 4th module. I'll go in details. I'll go calculation. Mathematics is there. It's pure accounting thing. I'll go in details of that. So
Okay, sir.
I'll cover balance of payment. That's about very interesting things. How they export and import, what transaction they used to maintain, and all. There's a mathematics is there. I'll go through that. Anyway, sir. So this multinational management, sir, will discuss the next class. I do have a 2 research scholar waiting in my house. I have to complete their work, right, sir? So we'll discuss in the next class. We are having a next class day after tomorrow, and we'll complete the rest of the things. Right, sir? Any other question you would like to ask, or if you know something extra also, I'd be very happy. So that I'll go in details of that.
Okay.
Anything extra, Devasys sir and so many people are participating. It's very nice, wonderful. I'm very happy. So if you know anything additional things on that also, you are free to discuss.
Thank you, sir. No, we will discuss later.
Okay. Devasys sir, what is your background?
My background is, sir, chemical. By qualification, master in chemicals and plastic processing testing technology.
Okay.
And I'm working as a manager in quality in a good company.
Okay. Wonderful. So many of you others are also participating. One more sir.
Yes, sir. Pani sir is a director.
Pani sir, acha, yes. Sir, where are you now?
Sir, I am presently at Director and Head of CPET Dehradun, Central Institute of Petrochemical Engineering and Technology under Ministry of Chemicals and Fertilizer, Government of India.
Oh, acha. Okay. Dehradun, sir, you have got an institute, na, petrochemical?
Yeah.
There is a university.
Yeah, actually it is a pan-India presence, and we have 45 locations across the country under Ministry of Chemicals and Fertilizers, Government of India.
Right.
And we are conduct BTech, MTech and PhD programs.
Okay.
And plastics engineering and technology, both in manufacturing and also quality testing, new product development, processing, and we give hand-holding support to the industries across the country.
Great. Wonderful.
Plastic industries.
Plastic, yes, yes. So like in Bhubaneswar, we have
Polymer and allied industry.
Bhubaneswar, we have CPET Institute.
Yeah, it is in Patia, it is there, in Baleshwar it
Yes,
is there.
yes, yes. Yeah. I've
Paradip, there is
taken
a plastic park, it is there.
Yes, they had asked for some 2-3 sessions. I had been to the institute also. That's a wonderful experience.
Right. I was there as principal, sir.
Acha,
Just
acha.
1 year back, I have been shifted.
Acha. Okay, very good, very nice.
I was in Bhubaneswar only, Patia Campus 1.
Okay,
That is High Learning Center. But just recently, there is a new project is coming in Uttarakhand. And there
okay,
is a
okay.
plastic. So
You
I have
have
been
a branch here in the
handed-
Manchester Industrial Estate also.
Yes, sir. It is
Yeah,
4
there is a
centers
skill
in
development
Odisha.
center.
Yes.
There
I've
are
been to
4
that
centers.
center. Yes.
Patia, Manchester, Paradip, and Baleshwar.
Oh, okay. Anyway, it's a nice interaction. So all of us will participate. We'll learn each other. There is no end to it. Learning.
Sir.
So I always say to the students, learning and earning, these two go side by side. The moment you stop learning, your earning will fall. The competition
Yes,
has
sir.
to increase. Yes. Anyway, thank you very much,
Yes.
sir. And good night to all of you.
Yes. Good
Good night, sir. Good night.
Good night, sir.
Namaskar.
Namaste.
Sir, good
Thank
night.
you.
Good night, sir. Thank you so much.
Good night.